This is Annual QualityStocks. Today's Friday, May 27, 2011, and today we're going to take a look at Advanced Battery. This is a NASDAQ capital market stock trading under ticker ABAT. Honestly, I don't know what happened right here with Advanced Battery. I'm assuming that was some sort of bad news, just taking a serious dive from up here near $4 all the way down, finding a bottom at $1.33. Interesting looking bottom play since it bounced off of this level. Come back up, retraced. Looks like it's trying to hold a higher level at this point. So now I want to pay attention to it over the next few days. Let's see if it's going to hold this new higher low and start trying to channel upward. See, we've got the MACD now trending pretty firmly back towards zero. Same way with the PPO. Not a super tight PPO ADX pinch, but along those lines, ADX got up relatively high, breaking through 50. You like to see this positive DI and negative DI in the positions they are because it gives them a lot of room to reverse. Then I look down the road for some bullish crosses. Money flow index, still down in bear chart territory. Having a tough time getting any real strength behind it. You can see a couple of brief pops through 50. Pretty good example of how these three weigh in differently by factoring in so many other days. 7 goes, then the 14 goes, then the 21 goes. And almost a little bit of a repeat going on here. You can see the 7, the 14 following behind it. And eventually this 21 will factor in and start to climb upward as well. So still not getting a ton from the MFIs, but they could be in a pretty good position if it puts together some more up days. We'll see the 7 break back upward. It should coordinate pretty well with the 21 trying to move upwards. You want to see all three of them going at the same time. Accumulation distribution. Just look forward to hold some higher lows. Perhaps try and break through this little channel that it's in. Somewhere right through that area. Try and make some higher highs. Shaking money flow holding a slightly higher low. Trying to show a little bit of buying pressure over the last couple days. CCI similarly. Trying to make some higher lows. Not really a valley at this point, so it's difficult to draw that line, but you can see where I'm going with this. Right now trying to hold over top of negative 100. That's a positive sign. Full stow showing some momentum trying to come into the play. And Trix has actually demonstrated a bullish cross right through there and is starting a very early trend back towards zero. RSI is kind of going along with everything else. Still down in bear chart territory, but trying to hold some higher lows. This time trying not to even dip into oversold territory. Again, very early on in a possible reversal. Obviously, it's just taken a beating with this large fall. Things reached exaggerated levels and look like they're trying to climb their way back out of it now. It's just an interesting chart to keep an eye on. Of course, I'd be looking immediately for this $1.40 as support. Want to see if it's going to hold that higher low, as I mentioned. Of course, you would see a very bottom support at $1.33, but I've seen on a lot of charts like this, if it can't hold the higher low, the odds are greatly increased it's going to drop back through that new bottom and make a new lower low. So I'd have my eye on that $1.40 level holding. This is basically a bullish engulfing. Some people would argue over the technicality of it didn't engulf the complete candle from the previous day, but the body of yesterday's candle did engulf the body of the previous day. And regardless if it falls into the perfect definition or not, the idea is that it did gap down, even dropped the lower shadow, and then some buying pressure did come in. This closed higher than the previous day's close. So it's a pretty good indication of buying pressure that came in yesterday. What I really want to see here is these volume bars start to pick up even more to show that buyers are seeing it as an opportunity. 1.5 million shares traded is plenty of liquidity, but I'd like to see even more. Not a lot of resistance in play. Some right there around $1.64 to try and punch through this old high. But the level I'll really have my eye on is this $1.76, probably all the way up to $1.80. Still a small gap there left to be filled. And the followers of our charts know I like to see channels. This coming off a higher low, then something like that is what I'd want to see. Now, of course, that can be looked at different ways. It can be a huge inverted flag, but then you have to tie it back into support levels to have it hold. So I look for it to hold this level, go up and make a new high. I want to see it on increased volume. The Bollinger Bands are starting to pull together at this point. Moving averages are reaching that area. They look like they're going to try and flatten out a little bit. Just kind of becoming a make or break point for the ABAT chart. And I think it's one worth throwing on radar to see if it's going to try and put together any sort of move. Again, I'll reiterate that $1.40 level to me is a pretty important level for it to hold. And I really want to see us start stringing together some positive days from this point forward. So those are the things that I'll be looking for in the advanced battery chart. As always, it's merely my interpretation. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching and trade smart.